Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لَأَعْلَمَنَّ أَقْوَامًا مِّنْ أُمَّتِي يَأْتُونَ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ بِحَسَنَاتٍ أَمْثَالِ جِبَالِ تِهَامَةٍ بِيضًا فَيَجْعَلُهُ اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ هَبَاءً مَنْثُورًا. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I know clearly, I know it with belief, لَأَعْلَمَنَّ, groups of my ummah, they come of the day of judgment with great amal, وَيَأْخُذُونَ مِنَ اللَّيْلِ, and they will be praying tahajjud just like you praying tahajjud. Should always feel that we are under the observation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can we close the door so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cannot see? We cannot do it. If we commit sins in the loneliness, it means we are making istighfar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, why you made istighfar of me and I am making istighfar for your a'mal? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, huwa ma'akum aynama kuntum. He is with you wherever you are. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always with us. Let's feel that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always with us. When Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, he was directed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to go towards Fir'aun. Then a little bit afraid. Then Hazrat Musa alayhi salam a little bit afraid. Then Allah Rabbul Izzah said to Musa alayhi salam and both of Harun alayhi salam, La takhafa, don't be afraid. Innani ma'akuma, above the doubt I am with both of you. Asma'u wa ara, I am listening you and I am watching you. That means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala watches everything and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala listens everything. So we people should always feel that we are under the observation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we people should always feel that we are under the observation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nowadays, what's happening? We refrain from sin because this people is watching me, he is watching me, people are watching me, watching us, so we refrain. No. This is istighfar. This is not a good thing. Then why we do not refrain from the sin that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching us? Ata ibn Abi Rabah rahmatullah alayhi, he was a great scholar. Once he told that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put in my heart, made ilham to me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put in his heart, made ilham to him. O my humble slave, O my humble servant, tell the people, whenever they want to commit sin, they close all the door where from the creation can see. But they do not close the door from where the Creator is watching. It's mean I am the least one from all those who are looking you. I repeat it again. Ata ibn Abi Rabah rahmatullah alayhi is a great scholar. He said, once Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put ilham to me in my heart. O my humble servant, tell the people, whenever they went to commit sin, they close all the door where from the creation can see, but they do not close the door from where the Creator is watching. It's mean I am the least one from all those who are looking towards you. It means we are not giving importance to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because we feel, we close all the door, now no problem. Can we close the door so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cannot see? We cannot do it. Then, why we commit sin? This is a very important point. Our ancestors, our Ajdad, forefathers, they always think that whatever we are doing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching. So they never committed sin, they refrain from sin. But today, we do not have the strong feeling in our hearts, so that why we ignore Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We do whatever we want. We do whatever we want. And we do not feel that someone is listening and someone is watching us. That is the basic reason That is the basic reason for our committing sins. That is the basic reason for our committing sin. Because we have a very limited time, so I conclude to it directly. I have so many waqiyat, but I am leaving everything because of lack of time. Now please be attentive, as I want to say a few words that be a summary of the whole thing. That we should make Iman strong and firm, that we are always being watched by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so we should leave all sin and make true tawbah. I want to say a few words that be summary of the whole thing, that we should make Iman strong and firm, that we are always being watched by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so we should leave all sin and make true tawbah. There is a one word, istighfaf. The word is istighfaf. What is the meaning by istighfaf? This means taking some else very lightly. What istighfar? What is the meaning? Taking something very lightly. So if we can commit sin in the loneliness, it means we are making istighfar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I repeat, if we commit sin in the loneliness, if we commit sins in the loneliness, it means we are making istighfar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we are giving more value to creation and we are not giving value to the Creator. This is the biggest sin. This is the greatest sin. We are not giving value to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we must refrain from sin even if we are lonely and we do not have people around, whatever the condition we have. Now look at this. The day of judgment. Some people come with good amal. A lot of good amal. Not small, a lot of good amal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Quran Majid, وَقَدِمْنَا إِلَى مَا عَمِلُوا مِنْ عَمَلٍ فَجَعَلْنَاهُ هَبَاءً مَنْصُورًا. They will come with a long list of good amal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make their amal into dust. Their big deeds, a lot of umrah, a lot of hajj, a lot of falah khidmat, and whatever good deeds all over comes into dust. Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, why you made istighfar of me and I am making istighfar for your amal? It's called tit for tat. Nowadays in the world we are making istighfar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is watching me, he is listening us, but we don't have any problem. We are doing what we want. We go wherever we want to go. We are not feeling shyness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This amal, this thing, this action is a istighfar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in dunya. In return, hereafter, after the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make istighfar of our anek amal, our good deeds, or all make into the dust. Allahu Akbar Kabira. Allahumma hafidna minhum. In the last, be attentive again. I want to recite a hadith. The narrator name is Hazrat Thawban radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. The hadith from Ibn Majah. Janab Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لَأَعْلَمَنَّ أَقْوَامًا مِنْ أُمَّتِي يَأْتُونَ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ بِحَسَنَاتٍ أَمْثَالِ جِبَالِ تِهَامَةٍ بِيضًا فَيَجْعَلُهُ اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ هَبَاءً مَنْثُورًا. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I know clearly, I know it with belief, لَأَعْلَمَنَّ, a group of my ummah, they come of the day of judgment with great amal. Kamsal Jihama, their amal just like Tihama mountains, not small amal. big amal, greatest amal, huge amal, good amal, nek hasanat, amal hasana. But Allah Rabbul Izzat changed all their amal into the dust. Haba'am mansura. Hazrat Sohban asked, please Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, can you explain me why this, what is the reason? So I want to avoid to include that people. Then Hazrat Huzur Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, Amma innahum ikhwanukum, they will be your brother. It means they will be Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. They will be Muslim, not other than Muslim. They will be brother. They will be in you. وَيَأْخُذُونَ مِنَ اللَّيْلِ, and they will be praying tahajjud just like you praying tahajjud. وَيَأْخُذُونَ مِنَ اللَّيْلِ, not a normal Muslim, but practicing Muslim, making tahajjud. وَلَكِنَّهُمْ أَقْوَامٌ, but they will such people making tahajjud, but وَلَكِنَّهُمْ أَقْوَامٌ, they will such people إِذَا خَلَوْا بِمَحَارِمِ اللَّهِ, when they will get a chance to commit sin in loneliness, they will commit it. إِذَا خَلَوْا بِمَحَارِمِ اللَّهِ, when they will get a chance to commit sin in loneliness, انتهكوها, they will commit it. It's very scary. Not a normal hadith. It's very scary. Just look at our hearts. Just look at our hearts. Do we also commit sin when we think no one is looking us, no one is around us, no one is watching us? If we do that, if we do like this, it means we are included in those people who have been mentioned in this hadith. Just look at our hearts. Do we also commit sin when we think no one is looking us, no one is around us? If we do like this, then it's mean, Allahu Akbar, it's mean we are included in those people who have mentioned in this hadith. This is really scary. Really scary. Our zikr, our tasbihat, our praise, our recitation of Quran, our all good deeds will make dust. So we need to make a true tawbah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to refrain from sin in any case wherever we are. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us and try to feel this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always with us wherever we are. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.